Hello, Internet. We're back with Baldur's Gate 3, baby. Well, not Baldur's Gate 3. You know what I mean? Shadows over Baldur's Gate. It's a sequel. Hi, Internet. It's been a while since I've had these wonderful people. I'm so excited. I miss them so much. Um, but for those who are joining us, welcome to Shadows over Baldur's Gate and welcome to Crit Hit Chronicles. For those who have not played Baldur's Gate 3, just so you know, this is a spiritual sequel. We are touching on some many spoilers involved and whatnot. So just, know that before we begin tonight's story. Hi, chat. I see you all. I love you. Um, before we begin, as you can see, we have character art for one wonderful sorcerer in the party, our wonderful Leopold, our delightful little bean. But yeah, I was so excited when that art came back, and it just looks so good. But yes, go and follow Dubious Artiste on Instagram and on all the socials. They've done all the portraits for this party and Tales of the Valiant. They are super, super, super cool to work with, and their turnaround time is lickety split. So if you need character art, or if you just want to get like some awesome fan art of your own D&D character, go. They're so good. Um, other things to talk about. Also, we do have that tip goal still going. When we hit that goal, we will have a special one shot of 5 DMs versus one unfortunate player, being me, to just allow for some torture of the chronicler. It'll be great, and I hope it'll be fine. But with all that being said, we have a wonderful cast that we would love to reintroduce. So, by all means, my beautiful cast, take it away.
Have we figured out how we're actually gonna do that 5 on 1? We'll figure it out. It'll happen. It'll happen.
Don't
I'm
worry about
Lauren
it.
Urban. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna worry about it until this moment. Now brains, but that's okay. Hi, I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. I'm playing Udazash, also she, her, who's a dragonborn ranger who's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, hi. My name's Omega Jones, also known as Crit Bard across all social media channels, except for the places that don't fucking matter. I have the pronoun honor of he and they, and I play Leopold, who is a sweet being who deserves the best in the world. Currently fighting over some kind of scone with a blink dog named Blippy.
Blippi is now canon.
Yeah, no, I think it has to be. Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they. And tonight I will be playing Winifred Fithiok, the Hexblood Celestial Warlock. It's fine. It's fine. We're just running away from our feelings. It's fine.
Hello, everyone. It's me, PJ McGaw, and I'm playing Marcus. Both our pronouns are he, him, but Marcus's pronouns are F around and find out right now. We're here to have whiskey. We'll find out more about that later.
When last we left off, our party, having ventured into El Terrell and linking up with Leopold, was sent out on a job to reclaim some money, a small tithe to a wonderful and lovable baker mobster who required payment from one mad mage named Alabaster. Upon encountering this mage, they discovered that Alabaster had a soul lantern, an item that this party had encountered before, which held 3 humanoid souls within. Alabaster seems to have been experimenting or researching this strange new arcane artifact, and in a rather terse and tense confrontation, Udazash fired the first shot. Thus, combat ensued. The party did end up slaying uh, Alabaster, whose form itself seemed to have some sort of curse that threatened to swallow Marcus whole, as the voice of Raphael was heard echoing through the chamber. Marcus then made a decision and called on a friend, Asmodeus. the Lord of Hell. A deal was struck, and within a moment, Asmodeus had appeared, freed Marcus from the predicament that he was in, and let him know that he had 1 week. At the same time, as this chaotic melee had ensued, Leopold, the acquaintance of the group, had fallen. You had fallen completely unconscious, yes? Or was it a spell that went off? I believe it was a spell.
I think I was unconscious, fam.
Okay.
No, it was a spell, and I just didn't get
Yeah.
back up because I was hurt.
Yeah.
Fireball is
after,
deadly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. After
Yeah.
a particularly powerful spell had been unleashed, the seemingly human form of Leopold faded to reveal an illithid form in its place.
I don't understand what sounds fake.
Yeah, it's all fake news. Leopold immediately worried for his safety, but was ensured by Shale and the other members of the party that they would be kept safe. After completing the job, returning back to the bakery, the party then sort of splintered. Some went to go find a tavern and a bottle of whiskey. Others went to go and take care of the soul lantern to bring it to a temple of the Raven Queen. One chose to stay behind in the bakery with Shale. And that's where we find ourselves. So, who wants to begin?
Roll for it.
Going for it.
Rollies.
Please, let's do this.
D20, D8, D6s.
D20. That's the classic. No modifiers. Let's just do it.
Why is it a natural 20 on the times it doesn't need to be a natural 20?
Well, I guess we know who's going first because I only got 17.
That is silly.
I'm curious on how that entry in the Chronicle is going to go. Leopold starts first?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wins game initiative.
I'm so angry. That is like the worst natural 20 in a game to see who's going first for roleplay.
What is
Narrative,
happening?
literal narrative D20.
Yeah.
Mhm. Hey, the dice tell a story, and it looks like the story is the dice going, "You first, shove."
Mhm. Mhm.
I no habla inglés.
So, Leopold, you are back in the bakery as Mishka and Kellen have both returned. And there's a small moment as everybody sort of splinters off where Kellen sort of leans in. Hey, you good?
I think at this point, because Shale stayed with them, correct? With Leo.
Yes.
Yeah. Just curious. I think at this point, he's probably gotten the scone back, but then he just gives it right back to the dog because he's not going to eat a scone that a dog has eaten or touched or licked. He's just like, he just hosts the scone out. Blippy just pops into existence, munches, and pops out. And his expression is, I'm not gonna say it's unreadable. He didn't have the biggest deception. But it's just,
I can roll if you'd like.
Sure. I mean, if you want, and I don't think he's trying to hide anything. His passive deception is 14. I just think that there's a lot happening, and it doesn't settle on one like focal point. But he, yes, I'm okay. I helped Granny restock the cookies and the biscuits. I'm waiting for the croissants to come out of the oven.
Awesome. Great. Super excited about that. Totally fine. Question though.
Uh-huh.
when when I when we have our arrangement
Mhm.
and I help you,
Mhm.
I can kind of tell when it's getting to the end
Mhm.
of when that happens. And Mishko's like, "Oh my god, go talk, go upstairs, figure your shit out. This is awkward as shit," and just like stomps up the stairs.
And I think as Mishka begins to walk away, he just looks back at Kellen, just kind of cursory glance to the rest of the room because it's only, I assume, Shale, maybe Granny's around, and maybe she's not,
Mhm.
but no one else is in there because she put the close sign up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. It's okay to speak about it. It happened. So
Okay. Um, I felt it end much earlier than it would have been time to recast. So, when you say it happened, are you okay?
I mean, I never want to be next to. Actually, if you want, you could take over baking duties because I realize I kind of have a fear of fire right now. It will probably go away within the next 24 hours or so. But right now, it's just a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
But I couldn't hold my own spell, and I think yours kind of went with it just for a moment. But I'm okay. I think they didn't kill me.
That's good. That's good. And he's like slowly glancing over at Shale, who's sitting with Mrs. Honeymeadow. They're just having a small conversation. He's just like, okay, good. They're not murderous.
I mm, I don't know if that's not true.
What does that
Just
mean?
not just to me. Well, um, Alabaster was doing something with some weird cage thing, and one like shot him in the gut immediately. So, I think they're a shoot first, talk second group, maybe.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna stay close to here, I think. Maybe we can just chill here. Maybe, Granny can just keep us here and we don't have to
I
do
mean,
anything.
I don't think we have to worry about them. Maybe. I don't really know what their intentions are, but they do seem strong. And if they're strong, that means they might know stuff. And if they know stuff, that means, and he like leans closer, it means they might be able to fix this. So who knows?
Okay. Okay, just be careful. Okay. I
And
know
you
I
know, and on the off chance that something does happen, I am learning how to control all of this. And like he like splays his fingers and it almost like glitches for a moment, not necessarily like I'm doing a power, but there's like a glitch within his own disguise, one, but two, whatever power he has is really unseen. He's just kind of messing with the weave that's around. um and yeah, I can make them hurt right back, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe, hopefully.
Okay. Well, if that does happen, then it's not just you who's going to hurt them back, okay?
Okay, first of all, wizard, you're not that special.
Okay.
I'm
No, it's cool.
No, it's fine. You studied, and
No, it's
I just
fine.
got a tadpole thing in my brain and
Mhm.
became this. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah, it's
know,
fine.
you know,
I don't know. I'm just nobody. That's fine.
you study.
Uh-huh. That's great. That's really nice.
There's just a very very like Simpsons-esque donut that was displayed that just gets taken out of the display, floats over the Kellen, just like I joked wrong.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. You bribed him with donut.
That not that one. You can choke. Okay, a dirty 20, right? Yes.
Okay.
It was a 2 on that die, so that can no.
It's like slowly floating. It's like right here, and he's still just like. This changes nothing. That hurt, and he just takes the donut and starts eating it.
Listen, I'm sure you have seen me struggle, and I'm sure that in that struggle you have seen yourself save me. So it's fine. Do your divining thing or whatever you do.
Maybe I will. And it's gonna be so cool.
It will be great,
Mhm.
as long as Mishka doesn't ruin it.
Yeah, can you like keep watch to make sure she doesn't this time? That'd be really cool.
I will try.
Thank you. Okay.
She's a rogue.
I would not have guessed.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to do as you find a moment of peace?
Honestly, I think he's just kind of like sitting and thinking. He doesn't really know what to expect with this group right now. Is curious to know what Shell thinks of all of this. But until they get back, or I think out of character, I think we said split off and then meet in tavern.
Yes.
Thank you.
Meet for dinner.
Meet for dinner. Then yeah, I think for the most part, he's gonna like just do the last duties of this area before it's time to go to dinner. He won't approach Shale unless she approaches him.
Okay.
For now.
As she talks with, I keep forgetting her damn name, and I don't know why.
Mrs. Honeymeadow. It's called
Mrs.
Granny.
Honeymeadow. Granny. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. As she talks with Granny, she does occasionally kind of like glance in your direction, and it's not like she's sizing you up. You just get this like, it's a nonverbal check-in, just to make sure you're good.
I think he clocks it and just does like the 2 fingers up, 2 thumbs, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
Come on, Marcus. Let's do this.
I think
All right.
I think you got to do a new set of rollies, but okay.
I was thinking about it, and then I'm like, yeah, no, let's just do this.
Okay.
So what are we doing? Where are we going? And what kind of ritual do you need to do?
Well, first things first, I need to go up to that bartender and get a bottle of their most medium whiskey. I ain't shelling out the big. Nah, I should do that. I walk over and I ask for like one of the top shelf bottles of whiskey, and I ask for. I do 6 and I stop, but I turn to Udazesh. Good? 7. I get 7 glasses. I hand you one because I don't have that many fingers.
Yeah. This wiry, thin man says,
Yes, of course. One moment, please.
You all
just slowly.
creepy, you know that, right? I don't want to be rude, but you give me the heebie-jeebies real bad.
Udazesh is suddenly there and says, ask him to do a jump to the left.
Yo, Udi, can you give me a jump to the left? I want to see a little.
I knew someone in the Feywild like that who looked and sounded just like this.
Did they then have to make a step to the right?
Yes! Do you have like a twin there?
No.
And he just pours the whiskey.
Well, I could swear you do. They were amazing dancer, and it is good to see, a twin from across the plains.
Well, I am happy to provide entertainment.
And drinks.
And drinks. And he pours the, basically, 7 glass. Are you talking like shot glasses, or are you Like, what's the plan here?
Glasses.
Oh, got it. Okay. It says,
That will be 7 gold pieces, please.
How much for the bottle?
That will be 15 gold pieces, my friend.
I reach in, I put all 15 on the counter, slide it to him.
slowly, with like little bony fingers.
The deal has been made.
You
He is from the Feywild. It is good to see someone who is from there.
I grab the bottle, I grab the shots, I hand one to Udi, and I carry the others the best I can. I go, okay, we go on the roof us.
If this needs to be done on the roof, then that's where we will go.
All right.
Do you need help with the climbing?
Do they not got a stairs here? Do I gotta like rope dart up there?
Oh, I made an assumption. Maybe they do have like a
Look, hey, I ain't
stairway.
been to El Terrell in a long time, if ever. I don't know what they got. They don't got stairs, and we got to climb.
I like the idea that maybe at one point there was like part of a building that had crashed into this one when maybe like when the transfer took place. So there are some very awkward stairs that do lead up to a roof. They're not the most secure, but they'll work.
Oh, watch out for that. Nope, that's not going to be. Oh, okay. Well, it's on the ground now. Nobody will have to worry about it.
So we get up to the roof. I go to a spot. I'm guessing like most buildings, there's that kind of ledge the masonry put to
Yeah.
secure the roof, right? So I'm going to let's see, 1, 2, so 4 other drinks. I'm gonna put the 4 drinks on the kind of support lip of the building. Get the bottle of whiskey. I pour a little bit more in each one, including myself and Udi. Cork it again and put it down. And I lift my glass up to each of the other 4 there. And I name them one by one. Tommy, Dustin, Jack, Jesse. And I lift my drink. And I cheers each one. A little clink of glass on glass kind of echoing out in the night or the morning, whatever time of day it is. And I drink as much as I can in one gulp.
Ash follows you and then waits expectantly.
Pop the cork again. Gluk, 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 gluk. I mean, that's basically the ritual. Like I said, it ain't summoning nothing, ain't no magic. It's just, goodbye, I guess. I promise.
They obviously meant something to you, though.
While I had them around, yeah, they meant a lot to me.
Can you tell any stories of them? If I am to drink to their honor, then I should know a good story of them, right?
We made a promise back down there in Avernus that when we got out, we'd toast to each other. I thought going to El Terrell would be great. Sign of like, if I could get out, they could. But I know I already put their boots on the wall. They ain't coming back.
Did they help you get out?
No. No, Mephistopheles helped me get out.
Were they your friends?
They were my... closest thing to a friend I was allowed to have. I'm not a tiefling in a normal sense, where 2 tieflings love each other and oh, 9 months later, bouncing baby little so-and-so, little teeth running around. No, I'm Leo Fon Diablo. I'm a child of the devil. I was made. I wasn't born. So were they. And many like me. Parents couldn't have a kid, so they made a deal with Zariel. Boop. They get to have me as part of the contract. I got to be their kid until I was 6 years old before I was thrown into training for the Blood War. Started off as fun and games. That's where I met these friends of mine. So I'm just saying goodbye. Showing them that I did it. That I got out. That El Terrell got out, maybe. If souls do exist for people like me, that they can get out too.
You cared enough for them to think of them to do this ritual.
Yeah. I thought
Then they
it'd be different, you know? I don't know. Please, Udi, what were you saying?
have souls. And you do too. Only people with souls can touch each other like that.
Trust me. There are millions of creatures ain't got a soul in their body that can touch you in ways that would shadow what you could call a soul.
But none of them in good ways.
No.
None of them in ways that you would set this ritual up, that you would make a promise like this.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
What were their names again?
Tommy, Dustin, Jack, and Jesse.
Tommy, Justin, Jack.
Dustin with a D, sweetheart, with a D for it.
And for a moment, you'll hear her switch to Sylvan, and she'll repeat the names. And even though she's technically saying names, she'll say all four of the names: Tommy, Justin, Dustin. I think I'm forgetting the names, but I'm getting the pronunciations better.
Oh, it's all right. Don't worry. No, it's these are common names. We didn't get any fancy names. I only got my last name because the arena, the proving grounds. That's about it. So we just got the first names.
What was the last thing you did together?
Zarael used to put us on suicide missions at the age of 18, thinking if we couldn't survive the blood wars, we couldn't fight the blood wars. So we go out us. We fight every single day we could. 3 of them had to bring back. 3 boots I had to put on the wall. One of them was taken from me by Zariel. Said I wasn't worthy enough, I wasn't good enough, and everyone knew it, so she had to take him from me. When I ran into him in the proving ground, he told me I wasn't good enough and I'd rather be walking alongside her. So I didn't lose him, they would just take him from me. But sometimes I wish I could still pretend like they were my friends too. So I might honor them even if they don't want me to.
Is that why you look for revenge on her?
So many reasons for it, but that is one of them, yeah. Yeah.
It is a good reason for revenge. The death of friends always is.
Got the friends. Like I said, sometimes they don't gotta touch you to shatter you. The things they say, things they force you to do, leave you to do. When she put me in the proving grounds, she never taught me to read none. There was a point in time where I was fighting till I was bloody every day, watching all manner of monsters just evaporate, nothing in their husk when they die. And then she started making them refuse to allow them to cheer me on, except one person. One person was defiantly raising a sign, and I couldn't read what the sign said. That's when I knew I lost the last bit of myself to this damned proving ground, and that ornery little bitch took my friends from me. She took me from me. She took my family from me, and then she took the last bit of dignity I had by never giving it to me in the first goddamn place. So I made that pact with Mephistopheles to get out of there. And now that I make a pact with Asmodeus, I feel like everyone's mad at me. I was already gone to begin with, but somehow I'm worse now. I don't know, Fred. It's been a weird day. Apologies for unloading on you. We're here for a good time.
Do you feel better by unloading?
No. Just sad. Maybe that's how I know God is soul, huh, Fred?
Maybe. I am not a cleric, but I still think you have a soul. That being said, I don't know why people are mad at you because of what you did. I don't know. I didn't know why you did what you did at the time. Now it makes more sense. I'm proud of you for taking back what you could.
It's a long road. How about you? What are you
When did you learn to read then?
trying? Well, that was one of the things I made for the pact. The ability to
With
read.
Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles, that's
Okay.
correct. That's his name, him. Yeah. I asked for freedom. I asked for power. I asked for the ability to read. And I haven't stopped reading since. I love books. I love them. The ideas, the knowledge, the funny repartee some of them got. I love them.
You never told me what was in that book that I stole for you at the Sorcerer's Sundries. What was in that book?
Like every book. Potential.
That makes it sound like as long as you've got fire, you can turn it into kindling.
The foe and wall keep me warm, baby. I like to burn. Doesn't matter what it's got to burn, though. So sometimes I burn words. Keeps that fire lit.
What did it say? You know, I can steal it back from you, and then I'll find out.
Oh, I know. I don't think you like what I'm going to say, though.
Well, now I'm going to steal it back from you, and then I will really know what it's going to say. You just make me curious, that's all.
All right. Well, I stole a few books. You stole a few books. We have happened to liberate some
So
literature.
one. Do not give me more credit than is due. I stole one book.
Well, one book told me a lot about myself, about the nine hells of which I come from. Told me a lot about a certain gentleman that you all met today.
Oh. That's why you don't want me to read the book.
I just don't think you'd like you cut in all conversations. I mean, you can absolutely cut on it if you want to, but I don't think it's wise. How about you? You come from the Fae. I know nothing about them. From what I've seen and heard, they are, apologies if this is offensive, they're much like devils to me.
I don't think so.
Make
Devils.
deals, make promises, take something they ain't theirs to take, and promises that give you something that may not come true, make you fight their battles for them.
But devils, they are sly, they are tricky, and they are selfish. You know that everything that they do is because they want something. And they want something for them. Everything in the Fae, even if they want something, sometimes they want something for you. Or they want to just have fun.
Freya, I hear what one mouth is saying, but I'm seeing what the other mouth is saying too. I'm starting to believe that we may be more akin than we think.
Is fun and evil the same thing?
Depends on what your definition of fun is, Freya. One
I
thing
mean, I
for
guess
sure,
that's
they make you feel good. They're both a little greedy, right?
I guess it's depends on who it is for. But yes, everything in the Feywild is just more. It's just brighter and better and more exciting and bigger. And you have to be more careful because what you say matters.
Like a contract.
Kind of. But all the time.
I mean, I think I'm going to improve a contract don't end just because you signed a paper.
Well, yes, but also you had to actually do the thing in where you sign a contract on a piece of paper with the guy in order to make it happen. in the Feywild, the entire universe makes sure that it actually happens. And so you cannot be tricked, because if it happens, it happens, it happens.
Well, I don't know enough about none of that fate to fully lock in on that me, but I'll say this until then. I got you, Uri. I got everyone else as long as they want me around, and I got to read a damn contract with Asmodeus to probably the first time I ever get to read one. Figure out what I'm going to say. But
Well, I'm happy to help with that, as long as it's not in that infernal. I do not read that. I don't read that hell script. It's one of the runs I don't read.
I haven't had a chance to look it over. I'm sure it's done in triplicate, but I'll take a look at it. If it's in an eyeball that you can read, I'll be happy to have your eyes peruse it. Until then, you'll have to take me to the face sometime, see if it's any different than my personal hell. This is a lot of them.
I am sure it is very different. I would love to take you to the Feywild. You would. The first time anybody goes to the Feywild, imagine when we were back in the not shadow cursed lands, except without all of the those myconids that wanted to kill us. Like, everything was bright and cheery and dangerous. It's very nice and very dangerous and very nice.
That's what I like about you, Udi. You honest, but you wild. I love that. All right, well then let's
But wait,
make a plan for that one day, us.
one day we have to make two plans. One
Yeah.
to go, and then the other, when we come back, we need to make sure that you remember it, because that's the thing. That's why I have problems remembering things, as I have come back and forth a lot. So
See, that's why books are great. We can write that down. Us, we can make a whole chronicle about it. There and back again, Udi and Marcus.
that's a good idea. What would we write it in, though? We cannot write it in that infernal thing. I do not read that.
We can write in common. I think everyone deserves to read what we have to say.
Okay, all right. It's not my best language, but okay, sure. But okay, before we go into that, and before we drink more,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell that story to the others.
If they got ears for listening and time for wasting, I'll tell it to me. I promise.
Okay, good. Because I don't know if it'll make anything better, but at least for me, it makes more sense why you did what you did.
Fair enough. Until then. Lazele, Bontorile. I salute the drinks one more time and down another full glass of whiskey. Oh, love that burn. All right. Udi, should we go inside and get some water? I think we need to kind of rehydrate us. Or do you want to just keep drinking? Because I got the bottle, us. We can do this as long as we want to.
Can we cut away before Udazash answers that? like camera pan away as she just kind of eyes the bottle and eyes the shot glasses and eyes the glass and
I will say, before you definitely do that, I want to take 1 second to do a quick little rune and blessing on the drinks. These are now dead men's drinks. No one should ever drink these. If they do, they will suffer horrible, horrible fates. These drinks are made to be left for the dead to drink and the dead only.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the drink that Udazesh was literally having
in
her hand. I was like, what the fuck?
No, you're fine. You're fine. Never gonna do a bad thing to you. No, I'm protecting the drinks for my dead friends. These are dead men drinks. No one should ever drink these.
You know what? With that, I think Udazesh says, let's go in and get food, get drinks. We'll come on back. We'll peruse contracts. That, I think that makes sense.
I love that idea. Me lead the way, Udi.
All right. As Marcus and Udi continue, there's a Star Wars wipe of a transition as we find ourselves on the outside of a somehow still standing temple to the Raven Queen. Its stone is battered and cracked. The symbol of her divinity is flawed and broken in certain pieces. The door, only one is still on its hinges, and it sort of creaks. There are still those who come and go. It is occupied, but it is worn down. And we find Winnie.
DM, you said there were still people occupying the place, coming and going. Is there still a cleric here?
Yes.
Winnie would like to find the cleric.
You step inside, and it's been a couple weeks. Did you meet the cleric in the city yet? I don't think you had.
In an Elturel?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You step in and see an old dwarf whose beard, it's silver and gray, but it almost looks like permanent ash marks that just gives it this very salt and pepper look in spaces that it shouldn't. His eyes are weathered and his wrinkles are deep, and he wears a black robe that looks like it has seen many, many, many better days. But around his neck is a haphazardly crafted amulet of a raven's head. And he sort of, you step in as he is just finishing with a couple who sit on one of the pews, and he just sort of places a hand on one of their shoulders and gives a nod and steps away as they are left to grieve, it seems, a recent loss. But his ears perk up and his weathered gray eyes sort of look up and see you, and he's, "Oh, welcome, my darling. Have you lost someone?"
I've lost plenty, grandfather, but that's not why I'm here.
Oh, well, how may I be of assistance?
And Winnie will take her amulet, make sure it's displayed.
Oh, you follow the mother as well.
To an extent, I've come across an item. There's no delicate way to put this, but there are souls trapped within, and I believe it is my duty to make sure that they find their rest.
Oh, understood. Come with me. And he steps away and shuffles towards the back. And the disarray that this whole temple is seen with, it continues into the back. You see signs of claw marks in the stone, old, long since weathered. You see some bits of the stonework itself has been just sort of chipped away, and there's still some pebbles and dust along the ground as he sort of leads you into a back chamber with a not as well kept altar. Similar to his haphazard amulet, you see a oddly beautiful, if disjointed, figure that has been made out of stone bits of wood, maybe some straw, some other bits of material that have been woven together to look like an effigy to the Raven Queen. Before it are many different candles of different size and shape. Some are lit, some are not. But he approaches and I need to find a match. One moment, and he sort of shuffles around the room, sort of sifting through debris, it looks like, looking for something to help light the candles. Sorry, it's been a bit of a
No.
challenge.
That's all right, grandfather.
It was so much easier when we had whippersnappers like you. They could help. And now...
You know what? Winnie's gonna step forward and sort of brush her hand along the the row of unlit candles, and I will cast prestidigitation as I go and spark each of the wicks.
You do so, and his eyes kind of light up. Oh, gifted you are indeed.
The champion has seen fit to help me.
Ah, you are her chosen.
I suppose.
Well, these souls is what may I do? Is there something I can?
I'm just not certain if my power would be enough to see them to the other side. And Winnie will take the soul lantern and put it on the altar.
Ah. He steps forward and just looks at the three sort of mutely glowing gray orbs that are sort of slowly, almost like a lava lamp, sort of moving up and down and encircling the center pillar of this strange device. And he holds onto his symbol and just closes his eyes, and you hear him murmuring under his breath. I would like you to make me a religion check. I will say with advantage because you are getting help from this cleric.
Dirty 20.
Okay. This ritual, it isn't quite as pretty as the one back in Baldur's Gate. This one is a little bit more vulnerable, as the muttering from the cleric combined with your abilities, instead of producing a beautiful light for these souls to enter through, you watch manifesting around you while the cleric's eyes are still closed, three spirits, ghosts possibly, who sort of drift into view and have a younger disposition about them. But every one of them has a similar amulet around their neck. The three approach the lantern, and one of them sort of turns and locks eyes with you and smiles and gives a nod. They each gently reach into the lantern, and without touching it, it's like these little orbs know that they're gravitating towards the hand. They just sort of float above their palm. They all gesture to their symbol. And then they all look at the cleric. He continues to mutter, eyes closed, but they all smile as they slowly sort of fade from sight, the orbs from the lantern included. Whew. It's been a while since I've chanted for that long. It seems to have worked, though. The lights have gone.
Yes, I think that's, from what I can tell, they've been guided back.
Well, that's good. I'm very thankful that they have reached the other side, and I'm glad that you brought them here so that we may accomplish that. No one should be removed from the cycle.
It is the matron's will.
Indeed. You should be rewarded for this service. I don't have much. I could find something.
No, grandfather, it's this is my calling. This is what I do. I am meant, by order of the champion and by extension the matron, to make sure that those who could be lost find their way across the veil. There is no reward for that.
They chose well. I know it's not much of a place, but if you ever need a home or a place to stay, sure I can get these old bones working and clean up some of the bunks if you ever find yourself in need.
I appreciate the offer. It's tempting. But I have people waiting for me. If it is possible, little grandfather, I would appreciate a little time for prayer.
Of course, I will let you have the room. I should go and clean up the main hall anyway. And he'll slowly shuffle out of the room and leave you alone.
The cat is
sorry,
pulling
I
things.
This damn broom fell over.
Like 2 seconds, friends.
Just goes to show you, even though we're all making art, we're all in real life with real
Yep.
life people problems like cats and microwaves and dogs. It happens.
Cats, microwaves, and dogs. All 3 kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the joys of this art form.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
it is
Everything is
beautiful.
real, raw, alive.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's so real. Sorry.
None of this like curated performance
Rent for a
crap.
second there. It's fine.
What?
It's no. We don't even talk about it. Don't you shake your head, Omega.
The slow look up, the slow look down.
I mean, right before this, I had the window open because it was one of the rare days here in the Pacific Northwest where it was gorgeous. And yet the children enjoying the outdoors were screaming because that's what children do. So
Yeah. Yep. He was so chill like 10 minutes ago. And he woke up.
He a kitty.
Baby. Yeah. So as the cleric leaves, Winifred will find her place at the altar. And kneel and hold the amulet. Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
Why are we rolling?
Cause
As you sit, you feel the presence of your patron, but only just so. Like they are just at the edge of your perception. And you get the feeling that if needed, they will make themselves known. If you desire a moment of quiet and contemplation, then they will remain silent, but nearby should you need them.
Is this still my path?
Slowly coming into view is this formless shape, almost like smoke, that slowly coalesces into a half elf with long red hair, wearing muted green robes, who sort of just stands just right next to you. And they say, "The path may twist and turn, but it was meant to be walked."
I didn't think it would be this difficult.
I know, darling. I wish that there were ways of lessening the burden. But the truth is that all things that carry meaning are attained through trial and tribulation. If anything ever came easy, then it wouldn't mean as much. I am not as well spoken as our mother of ravens, so I will do what I can.
I think it was easier when I was wandering. Being rootless has its own kind of appeal.
To be carried along the wind, at the mercy of wherever it would lead. I know that you feel the weight, not just of what you were chosen to do, but also with knowing that you have others who trust in you as well. And while in times of trial we might view a solitary life as easier, in truth, there's nothing more difficult than feeling alone.
The ones that just crossed over. Were they dragon blood too?
They were.
Shit. I don't know where this is headed. I don't know what she wants. But something tells me she's not going to stop at the material plane.
No. We don't believe she will either.
Okay. Okay.
They give a nod. And they turn to almost leave as if stepping through a doorway means something to them, but then they stop. I believe that you are one of the strongest creatures that I have seen. And sometimes taking just one more step is the strongest thing that you can do.
Wouldn't call it strength. I was just too damn stubborn to die.
What's the phrase? Potato, potato.
Winnie actually rolls her eyes.
They smirk and they chuckle a little bit. You're never alone. Whenever you need, call upon me.
I know.
They turn, and as they do, that form once again turns shapeless and disappears like smoke.
Right. One foot in front of the fucking other, then. And Winnie will get up. And she'll actually, she'll sort of walk around the room and little castings of prestidigitation to sort of help clear away the worst of the cobwebs, especially the ones that are up high. Or anything that would require that poor old man to like stoop too low.
As you clean, I have to call out whoever just donated $100 towards the tip goal.
Jiminy, Christmas.
You know who you are. I would like to tell you that because it's linked to my PayPal, I can see who it is.
Full
That's a threat.
government name.
I full government name, address, social security number. Sincerely, that was very sweet of you. So thank you. Also, fuck you. But with love. No,
I hate you with
like,
kindness.
Yes. Like in the middle of that really like tense moment, I'm like, well, I would like to ask this party, at this point, is there anything you all would like to do before eventually reconvening in some way, shape, or form? I want to leave it up to you guys.
I think that's it for me.
I mean, unless I got boots of haste, I think that's all I need. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna get those
no.
boots. I'm gonna get those boots. It's gonna be everyone's worst day. It's gonna be so good.
You hear, I got boots of haste.
Well, man, you got
super
nothing.
fast.
I mean, all I'm saying is if you give me boots of haste, then I can hastily climb up walls.
Oh my god.
My God, that is terrifying.
I know, right? But no, I am just waiting for my other friends to arrive.
All
Get
right.
it.
Somebody give me the name of a bar.
Also, Chick Chat. That is not the name of the bar.
Yes. Tell you what, we are going to take a quick 10-minute break. Thank you for pointing that out. I am awful about that. Thank you all for tuning in. Give us about 10 minutes, take a bio break, get a snack, take your medicine if you haven't, and we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. BRB. And welcome back, Internet. So, we see the inside of a tavern that seems to follow the decor of some of the city, in that some of the walls are a little beaten down, but have been patched up. The furniture doesn't all necessarily match, but the jovial atmosphere within is relaxing. There is a big wraparound bar with several kegs of different kinds, and you wouldn't really be able to tell that this bar was once in hell once upon a time, as everybody in here is smiling, laughing, and enjoying a merry time with each other. So, my beloved party, I leave it to you. What happens next?
I know now. Has Udazash and Marcus been here the longest? Because I know we went up to get that drink on the roof. Is it the same building?
For simplicity, I'll say yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know about what Udazash feels, but I feel like we got like a really nice big table kind of in the back against the wall.
Now, we need space, and there is a good chance the stuff we are going to talk about is not for everybody in this space, so some privacy is probably good. Also, all the food.
Yes, I am just chowing down because there's one thing I love. It is a rich, spicy meal that bites you back. And like Baldur's Gate is nice. It's very, very nice. Ooh, they boil everything and they just drown in butter. There's no flavor, just viscosity. So I am just housing this food. Like, oh,
I'm sorry.
whew.
Are you against butter being a flavor?
Because it's not. It is a alchemical ingredient. It is not a flavor.
All right, whatever.
I think
he's right.
I think Udazash has ordered one of every appetizer on the menu just so that when everybody else gets here, there's already food here. Partially as a not peace offering, but she's remembering all of the tension from earlier. So she is feeding the tension. She's offering food towards the problem.
All right. Go ahead.
Winnie, do you think Winnie gets there before Shale and Leo, or after?
I think Winnie's dragging her feet a little.
Then Leo and Shale most likely will be walking in. He would have, made sure that everything was good, let Granny know where he was going, which she knows because she was there. But his own disguise will be fully restarted himself. Kellen's magical aura, also reapplied just to be safe. And they will walk into the tavern. just like kind of stop and look and see where people might be seeing blue hand waving in the back, just like to Shale. Is she always that excited?
Um, all the time. It does. Well, actually, the only time she isn't was earlier. That was the first time I'd ever seen her actually not look so happy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's still a pensiveness to his step. A little worry that's never really going to go away, but he does walk through, not really worried about anyone else in the tavern. He will walk to the back. Hello.
I did not know what you would like, so I kind of got one of everything. Well, the appetizers, at least.
Um, I, I like a lot. I've had a lot.
Perfect. Then I got a lot.
Okay. And
So you would say you know the local flavor?
No.
Oh.
I just, back in Baldur's Gate, I did not, ever have want for food. I guess I could just get it. So I've had a chance to taste a lot of things, not a lot of local or like home cooked foods though.
Oh, I understand that. So you've been here a little longer than us, and you probably have way better food option than Baldur's Gate. You. So ask me this. Let me know this. What would you want to eat? What do you recommend?
Um, Stew is always nice, um, especially when they get to their when owlbear is in season, I should say. Though I feel like that's probably a little inhumane. Um, but I also like the dumplings, and um, and I also like the game, so the bird meat stuff, poultry, whatever it's called. Um, um, I like food.
Me too.
All right then. Well, then Mark is gonna lean over to the person taking the order. What this young man said, I'll have a stew, with the game and the dumplings in it, like a chicken and dumpling stew. That would sound so good right about now.
You want the
Uh,
spices or no?
I I would like the spice. Leo, would you like the spice in your stew?
Um, I would like a little bit, thank you.
All right.
And give me all the spice you have. I know you heard a lot from that. I mean, all the spice in that, please and thank you.
Right. And he just this big lumbering Goliath just turns and heads towards the kitchen. They are wearing an apron that is far too small. But they walk with just a sense of pride as they head back towards the kitchen. Winnie,
Yeah.
you approach the building and you can hear the sounds of liveliness coming from within, and you can see hanging on an iron pole a somewhat battered sign that's a little crooked that says the Golden Rock Tavern. And it's safe to assume that your compatriots might be inside. It's basically down the block from the bakery.
Gonna
Oh, there you go. Sorry.
stare at the sign, stare back in the direction of the temple, and stare at the sign, and sigh. And she's gonna actually like keep her hood in place as she walks in.
As you walk in, Shale is kind of keeping a weather eye and sort of waves along with Utazash. And you can see that they all have a nice corner table. And there's a dog barking in the distance.
Lippy tried to follow us, and I told him to stay.
He's just teleporting everywhere, wondering where you went.
He appears. Leo says, "Go," and goes away. Every 5 minutes, comes back.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll quietly sort of like make her way through the crowd.
I wasn't sure how long it was going to take, so I got one of everything on the appetizers. It's a lot of fried food, so I didn't know if you also wanted like something on a veggie platter or anything else, but at least you've got something to start. But I also was hoping to get like some of the bird stuff because they call it the Golden Rock Tavern, but I'm pretty sure they don't actually have rock on the menu, but I might be wrong.
All right. Thank you, Dash. I'm not terribly hungry, but I'll pick through it.
Okay. I'm sure we could get it to go back.
Shale just sort of looks between everybody as the sort of silence sets in, and she just goes, "So, Leopold says that the stew here is quite good, along with they said game, but then they talked about bird meat, so that's more poultry. But game, we'll stick with game. Yeah, so we have many options. Uda's Ash has already ordered much, but
And we have drinks on the roof.
That we do.
have
We
drinks
had
on the
drinks on the roof, us, yeah. So we have pre-gamed, I believe the term is, a little before you got here. So if you want to have a few drinks to catch up, go right ahead. That's on you.
I'm all right. The souls have been taken care of.
Oh,
You
good.
sure? You sure? Okay, sure. You look a little shaken up.
And Winnie will look at Zash and Shale, and just they were dragon blooded.
I'm not really that surprised.
Yeah.
In a weird way, I'm kind of happy because if they weren't, then we'd have two different groups doing that awful thing. Right?
Potentially.
I mean, we kind of do, though, don't we? We got Tiamat, her. Zariel's in cahoots. You might as well be basically holding the coat for Tiamat. There's a third, isn't there?
Is Leo actually
Yeah.
making that face?
Yeah, I think this is the first time they said those names out loud. What do I know about? What does Leopold know about either of them?
go ahead and make me, I'll say, a religion check.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Just
Sure.
It's fine.
It's totally
It's fine.
17 on the die,
Totally
Hey.
which
chill.
makes it a 17.
Hey.
Oh, dear.
Like,
Yeah, you
Sure.
know who Tiamat is. You know that she is the mother of chaos. And you absolutely know who Zariel is, given Avernus, Nine Hells, Elturel. Yeah.
yeah, I think Leo's like sipping what I'm sipping, not in the same cup though. Yes.
Amazing. I love
Just
that.
sipping, and I get just.
I need that cup.
Hold on, wait. Can I
Um,
see that one more time? Can we just see that real good? There we go.
I
Beautiful.
need it in my
I
life.
need that cup
Yeah.
so bad.
Beautiful. We love it.
Yeah.
But it's just
Oh,
whoa.
Leo.
Hmm?
We have a lot to catch you up on. I'm so sorry, darling. So, did you hear about what happened in Baldur's Gate at the festival? I don't know if that information
N-
got around.
n- No, no.
Oh,
I'm going to say that he probably didn't hear anything
okay.
because he hasn't checked in. So no.
Cool. I wasn't sure. You know, I wasn't sure how much
Yeah.
gossip had
I
spread
was
around.
thinking. I'm like, no.
Uh, what? Fuck.
No.
What festival was it again? DM.
High Harvestide.
High Harvestide. Yeah.
I can remember the festival and the most obscure name, but I can never remember Granny's actual name. I don't understand how my brain
Crying.
works.
Because brains, because brains and
know.
bodies are weird.
Listen, I'm also working on another campaign, and we just finished a different festival, but it was a winter festival, so they were melding in my brain, and I was gonna have a stroke.
What are
Jesus.
seasons? It's fine.
What are who the fuck knows anymore? Anyway, so Winnie looks legitimately apologetic. Just I'm that's a lot. This is a lot.
Is it easier for me to just see it, or
If you want to.
I just know sometimes saying things out loud can be like manifesting it or whatever they say.
You know
and
what?
It sounds like it's a lot, so it is better for me to just get a crash course.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, we probably shouldn't be swinging those names around. Now that I'm thinking about it, because they're probably listening. Fuck. Winnie will hold out her hand to Leo.
Um,
Shit.
he will take the hand, and as he takes the hand, that translucent type of vibe will start on him and kind of transfer over to Winnie as he casts detect thoughts. um, and if they are replaying everything actively, I don't need to go deeper because it will be the surface thought, which is the best ways. And he'll say, "I don't worry, I won't. I will. Trying not to look farther in. I just.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
Leo.
Mm-hmm.
I trust you.
It's not about trust. It's just I don't know this power well, and I don't want to like accidentally give you a brain aneurysm or something.
Well, the sentiment still stands.
Okay. Still doesn't go deeper in if the circumstances are good. And as he said, I think it's replaying the campaigns thus far. Just oh, oh, that man was pretty. Where did he go?
Yeah. So Winnie will do her best to recall everything that happened at the High Harvestide Festival.
I'm allowed. And as seeing that, he will let go and just, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
So that's why we're here.
So, wait, sorry. People, bad cultist, connected to Dragon Lady, person, deity, god, trying to collect things. Zario's also angry for some reason at that one, I think.
From what I was told, is that they were aware of me and potential interference, and they had a little agreement.
Okay. And then there's the Duke sent you all here. Okay. And then what do you go back with?
We're trying to find more information about the cult in general.
Okay.
And as bad as that Soul Lantern was, I think it confirms that they were here doing the same thing. So we need to find out where else they're doing that shit and stop them and see where else we need to go and what else they're trying to do.
And
I can give me a second. DM, this is an active tavern, right?
Oh yes.
Slay. Just looks at Winnie. And if we need more information. And you see him literally just like start going through and just seeing what's on the mind of anyone and everyone in this space.
Smart.
Because per detect thoughts, I can change who I'm looking at. I can sense the presence of the thoughts of people within blah blah blah. So I can just keep going through the list.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I wonder what time I should go home tonight. Maybe I shouldn't have the steak. Oh, that salad looks really good. Oh my god, this ale's delicious. You're just getting like a bunch of surface thoughts until you get one that says, "Oh, then they went quiet. That's annoying." You keep going. Do you go back and focus on
Yes. I think it's like
that one? You focus in on a.
I wanted to be clear too, because
Yeah.
we have to honor what this character is. This is not like oh, look at me. This is a hard staring, looks
Yeah.
back at this person. Unless his head is moved, otherwise he is looking at this individual.
Just full on mean mug.
I think also Udazash is just like head cocked, bemused smile, watching Leo. Like, huh.
You hear, you see an individual, visibly will go,
Notes.
I did a dwarf earlier. We'll say you see another half elf.
Okay.
Scruffy beard, sort of copper hair, sort of dust and smudge on his face. He's wearing battered leather armor, and he's got like a scimitar at his side. And when you fixate on him, he's like mid drink, and then he's like, "Can I have another, please?" But then your detect thoughts reveals a different voice. Oh, God, how long are they going to keep quiet? I need to get more information. I'm curious about them, damn it.
Is he talking about us?
Make an insight check.
Is this fucking play about us?
I am tough, the big strong man, clearly not a little girl.
Spying on us while we're spying on him, spying
That
on
is a
us,
12.
spying on his.
It's not
With a
as bad as
12?
it could be.
With a 12, I'll give you this.
Could I? Okay, good. No, yeah.
He basically is like, oh, fuck.
Okay. I think when I see him look at me, I just like look down, go to my own drink. Just, there's a person who I think is trying to figure out what we know. I think. I probably shouldn't say this out loud. 1 second. Eyes flash as suddenly Rary's telepathic bond is on all of us. I'm not even trying to do the ritual. I'm just gonna spin the spell slot for it. And and then repeats all of what he just said in the telepathic bond. Someone's looking at us. Or you? Or us? Or you? I don't know. Sorry, you said you wanted to know what people knew. Everybody can hear this, by the way. You wanted to see what people knew, and I thought maybe I'd look around the tavern, and someone's also curious about what we know in the tavern.
Shale full on shivers as Leopold is speaking into her mind. Oh, sorry. I didn't. Why is it like an ASMR thing? She says out loud.
I know you did this last time, but every time you do this is very cool.
All right. Shit.
To be fair, I would have had to. I would have been at 7. We would have short rested. Now we use 5 to actually cast it via sorcery points. Okay, there we go.
Where? Which one?
Half elf, red hair. I don't know if he's worried now that he saw me looking at him. Also, I'm probably not making this better.
Well, I think if they are aware of us, we should go over and introduce ourselves. And if they decide to run,
Why are we singing? Why are we
then
singing?
we
What's with the singing?
I'm not saying we kick down the door and make the house home ours. No, I'm just saying we say hello. My name is Marcus. I've come to understand that you are paying attention to me, and I don't blame you. Let's have a conversation like adults. That's all I'm saying, me.
Marcus, I'm going to remind you what happened the last time we tried to talk to someone, not, I don't know, 2.5 hours ago.
We killed him.
Yeah. Can we not?
Yeah.
Can we not?
But that
I mean,
that
that-
was different. That was someone who was doing something that was the worst.
Thank you, Uri.
So this person, and this is all in the telepathic bond. This person. So we think that they're part of this culty thing.
I don't know. They
might just be nosy.
They just are nosy. Yes, they
Okay.
think they were wanting us to say something so they can learn information, but now that we're no longer speaking out loud, they're not gaining anything. I think.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of food, and if we go over there, they'll probably try to run. So why don't we eat and wait for them to leave, and then we can just follow them.
Mhm.
Very good at following people.
We could do it.
Mhm.
Jim, can I do that like really obvious, not obvious thing where like you kind of stretch a little bit so you can kind of like angle your body in just the right way so you can take a quick look at somebody and then come back like nothing happened?
Sure.
Jesus
Make-
Christ.
I'm so smooth. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
And the circumstances right before that was little boy getting clocked for looking, going quiet, and then suddenly big jacked tiefling guy. Oh,
Yeah.
let me like who that be over there? No.
Yeah, who that over there?
Like,
Go ahead. Okay, make me a stealth check first to see if you can do this without being too obvious.
Or
you're-
elbowing a fucking pitcher onto the floor.
You're about to get blinded, and I
True
apologize.
travesty is knocking the pitcher on the floor.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
What?
All right, that's going to be an 11.
11? We're going to talk about whatever light just went on in Omega's computer here. But it's
yeah, it's fine.
okay. Now make a perception check.
While this
Okay.
perception check is happening, how far is this half elf?
Like 20 feet away.
Excellent. I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark on them.
Oh. Does Hunter's Mark have verbal, somatic, or material components?
Just a verbal,
Oh.
which, I mean, I'm eating. So at some point,
That's
I
fair.
say, this chicken is really good. And good is my verbal component. And my eyes just kind of go over in that direction because I can do it up to 90 feet. And it's concentration up to an hour. And
right.
I don't think they know. There's nothing that says that they know. But until the spell ends, I deal extra damage if and when I decide to attack them. And I have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival checks you make to find it.
Interesting. Okay.
Nice.
I like it.
And then I'll just keep eating.
Rangers, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love them. That's going to be a perception of 15.
Okay. The individual's still at the bar. They seem to be enjoying a bit of ale. With your perception, excuse me, woo, the indigestion. We love it. You can see there is on the deal with it. You can see on their shoulder, there appears to be some old, battered, sort of off blue cloak. And that seems a little bit of a detachment from the rest of their outfit. And that tends to catch your attention.
Okay, so PJ's brain is metagaming. Marcus probably doesn't know. Well,
Well, here's a question: Has
Mhm.
Marcus been to Elturel prior to this
Elturel.
visit?
I don't think so. I think his entire
Okay.
life was Avernus before he broke out.
Okay. All right. Then yeah. That's what you got.
Okay. So as I do my totally, completely non-suspicious stretch, I come back and I just kind of look at everyone and I say, "So does like a blue cape mean anything to y'all?"
Is this in the? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Leopold. That does mean something. I'm going to give Leopold this information in bulk, given that you've been in the city for a while. There is a group that doesn't quite work alongside Honey Meadow, but they are known as essentially information brokers across the city, the Crescent Cloaks. They are individuals who work through taverns and merchants. They offer this sort of standard services of security and whatnot, but their real bread and butter is a network of taverns throughout the city where they learn and share information alike.
Great. We'll regurgitate that in the best Leopold way possible. Yeah, but yeah, and Crescent Cloaks. I've seen them before. They like do things. They get information. I don't know what the information goes towards or to who the information goes.
Do they sell information?
DM.
I was like, I want to let this go. I want to let this mental telepathic stuttering continue.
Well, even the mind, he's like,
They are known to sell some information for the right price.
Yep. With right money, yes.
So, if we want to bait this one, I have information that I am looking for that I don't care who knows it. And then out loud, in between mouthfuls of sausage and chicken. So, once we're done here, I really need to find this druid, Halsin. Have you seen him at all?
No.
And Udazash is back to her normal, like before we were talking about Tiamat and everything, she was at least trying to be a little quiet, and now she's back to her normal level volume of stuff.
So like just under shouting.
Yeah. It's less shouting and more her accent is piercing enough. It's like it just drives through everything in a way that is almost annoying. It just cuts through in a way that is disconcerting. Yeah, have you heard of this Halsin? I'm on a mission to find him to give him something.
No.
Hmm.
Should I have?
No. I'm just
I can look around again if see if someone else might have. I'm still going.
okay. It is not like urgent. I know he's here somewhere in the city, and like he's a secondary mission, but is important for me to find. So,
Do you know
if
what he looks like?
Lauren is having a moment. I don't think she told me what he looks like, right? Just Halsin druid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I know he's a druid, so he could look like anything.
Oh. Okay. Other side. Scan.
And all that was out loud.
Oh, this soup is really good. Did you hear about Stacy? Tim's should be back with the shipment today. Oh, I got this new sword. I'm wondering if I should try it out sometime. And you continue through the bar, and you do pick up a couple small thoughts. I wonder if they ever caught that bear. And then another one says, my cousin's harvest was destroyed by that bear.
I swear to God, that bear is Halsin. I am putting gold on it right now.
I think that's obvious, my guy, but we'll figure it out.
Oh no! Or Udazesh has had run-ins with a bear before, and now she's like, it's either Halsin or that bear that I've had run-ins before, and I should talk to that bear.
And
We'll see.
it's just
GM,
have
can I
the two
invent a
together.
bear somewhere in the world that's just notorious?
Please let this be one and the same, and have it be a Superman thing where Halsin stands before you and then turns into the bear, and then Udazash doesn't put it together, and they're like, the bear!
Nope.
The bear.
No.
Oh my God.
Winifred, this is the bear that like mauled me 3 times, and you had to sell me that.
Oh my God. He's just gonna. There's people have seen a bear running around. I don't think bears are like native to Eldorado.
Well, you would know, and I assume running around in ways that bears do not.
Something about mauling things. I mean, I guess bears maul things, but
Okay.
Yeah, Tengo says that's all, man.
And then in the telepathic bond, Udazesh is going to ask you, and our cloaky guy, what does he think of this stuff?
good question.
Just before I give you this information, quick checkup. Does Leo just
Yeah. I
Full-on T-pose him.
I don't think he like I am.
I love him so much.
Yeah, it's like because specifically it's not one of my proficient skills. I don't think he knows. I mean, he is stealthy, but he's not deceptive. He's persuasive. He's not deceptive. So I don't think he knows naturally to like not do. He's probably doing this thing a lot.
Okay. It's like a quintuple take.
Mm-hmm.
But
Leo.
yeah, I also like the idea that he has to still maintain eye contact, so he gets every other word. Oh my God, I love it so much. My lows are terrible tonight. You again. See, he strikes up like a small talk conversation with the innkeep,
Mm-hmm.
but then in his mind you hear, "All right, I'm confused. They were silent for about 3 minutes, and now they drop Halsin's name. I can't. Am I made? I can't tell. Plus, that kid keeps looking at me weird. I kind of want to have the shrimp. Like immediately back to food.
Well, in the bond, good news. We can get information about what he knows, and he knows the name Halsin.
Out loud, Udazesh will say, excellent. Okay. I don't know what to do next, but there's plenty of food.
We eat.
Oh, I'll keep half an eye on our cloaked friend.
And in the bond, but kind of to Winifred, I'll say, let me know when he leaves, because I can track him anywhere.
I think in general to the group, it's just if we could be careful this time, please.
Careful to what?
It, violence to a minimum, especially if we're going to be running around in the street.
Well, if he does not attack me, then I will not attack him.
Mm-hmm.
You should try the pudding. And this out loud. You should try the pudding. It is very good.
I'll give it to Leopold that you catch one it's like echoing from him. You just hear, all right, and then the Dragonborn said excellent when literally no one said anything. Interesting. I'm pretty sure I've been made. Well, I may as well hang out.
Oh.
You don't seem to gain any uneasy or anxious vibes from this individual.
Yeah, if he's not leaving, then there's no tailing to happen. And I think, as the food is here and he's like nomming on probably like eating some of the stew, he just says, so if it's important for you all to get information, whatever you need, whether it's for Halsin, or just the stuff you're doing with the thing that you found, I can. We can just. I feel like there's shenanigans, and we can just bring the two parties together without violence. Of course, that doesn't seem necessary. Saying all this out loud, I feel like there's a lot of beating around bushes.
You're right. If he doesn't seem particularly panicked, does he?
No, I think he's more confused. Saying this all out loud.
You're right. Fuck it. You're right. All right. What's it?
Should we just
mutter?
I can just ask him to come over.
Make this awfully nicer than sitting here looking at him and him looking at us. Might as well at least introduce each other.
Yeah, let me just. I'm gonna. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Woody's gonna hop up and walk over.
Oh God.
Udazash is going to grab enough gold to leave on the table to pay, just in case we need to leave, so that we don't accidentally dine and dash.
There
Aw,
you go.
that's nice.
Because the Golden Rock Tavern didn't do anything wrong with us, so we shouldn't dine and dash.
Absolutely. You approach, and there is an empty seat next to this individual, and he sort of eyes you as you step over, but he's got this smarm about him. Just it's slight, but it's kind of there.
Fuck.
So as you approach, he says, I had a couple questions on the conversation and random outbursts of name dropping, but I suppose maybe you could just sort of clarify. That'd be cool.
You know what? I mean, if you really need to have a conversation, you could just come have a conversation with us.
Well, yeah, sure. I don't know how you guys are with new faces. I mean, you walk into town, you kill a mage within the first day. Just it's a little uneasy.
Yes, all right. So perhaps that was a bit of a bombastic entrance. I will admit that. However, folks are going to be jumpier when they realize that they're being eavesdropped on. When he just kind of bats her big old eyes.
Well, fair point. I will have to work on my face next time.
Mm-hmm.
Be a little bit more inconspicuous. I will work on it.
What do you want?
I want what everybody wants. Money, influence, and I guess to keep the city in one piece, if that's your aim.
Okay, all right. And you know what? See, now we're getting somewhere. Money and influence. That's child's play. That's shit that you could do with enough gumption and gold.
It's true. I could use some gold if you have some to contribute to a charitable cause.
Yeah. No, is that a charitable cause include the? How many glasses does he have in front of him?
He's got one empty glass in front of him.
Does that charitable cause include your ale fund?
I mean, if you feel like being extra with your contribution, I wouldn't be upset about it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. I will buy him another ale.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. What do we call you, darling?
Oh. Call me Gable.
Gable. You can call me Winnie.
Wonderful to meet you, Winnie.
Mm-hmm. So, you're just...
Okay. I know that
sensing
the last
another-
highlight had you smacking the crap out of your microphone, but I think that was the single sassiest microphone mute I have ever
That
seen.
was-
That
There
was
was
pretty
so much.
sassy.
There was so much feeling behind that. So much feeling there.
Stroke that mic like you were conducting the orchestra, just crescendo.
Damn.
Jesus. Okay.
Whatever
Gable.
engineer decided to put the mute for the microphone right there, bless you. Thank you. You've given us all
You've given us a
just
gift.
so much joy.
Yes.
Gable. All right. So you are trying to protect your fair city. Is that it?
Among other things, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
DM, can I do an insight check on this motherfucker?
By all means. Also, thank you for the follow, my darling Creepshow.
Creep! Hi!
Hey, Creep, good to see you again.
Sorry, this is the Mind Flare hello, by the way.
Oh, the mind
Blah, blah,
flare.
blah, blah.
It's not like hello, like it's a wave. Oh, those are two mind flares wave to each other.
Wave.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate that. That's coming.
It's a natural 20 for 26.
Hey!
Maxing out this
Okay.
insight, baby. I want to be a walking lie detector.
You're like Daredevil.
With your natural 20, maybe it's just in how he carries himself, but you can recognize a little bit of yourself in him, in that he is doing his best to survive in whatever fashion that means. You gather that he's not 100% pure good. I don't think anybody really is. And there's definitely there's a darker part of him, but you don't get any lies, you don't get any deceit from him so far in this conversation. He's been
So-
pretty straightforward.
Like, legitimately, when he says he's trying to protect the city, he's trying to protect the city.
Yes.
Gable, would you like to meet the rest of the party?
Well, that is a very generous offer. I would. Thank you very much.
All right,
But
come
do
on.
you need to have a conversation amongst each other? It's a lot of awkward silences and just the tension is thick.
Oh, no, it was mostly just trying to make sure that they weren't going to try and kill you.
Oh, they could try.
Oh, darling.
He feels a poke at his head. I don't go in, but I'm still concentrating, motherfucker.
It's just...
Really fast. Was that said verbally out loud with oxygen in the room?
Uh-huh.
Like, was that okay? There's a moment where you see Marcus like taking his drink, stops, and just he starts eyeing him like a hawk looking at dinner, just like,
As he stands to join you all, he just looks right back at Marcus.
Pinky?
a pinky for me.
He stops, looks at you, sees that as a challenge, slowly extends his own. Iconoclast me.
Please tell me. Hold on. This is such a dumb little thing.
Let's go.
Please tell me that that Marcus doesn't do that often. So when Marcus's pinky does extend, it's like shaky and a little weird because the muscles are like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, we're used to doing this. We're not used to doing.
Why are we doing this?
No, I feel like it's overcompensatory. So it's like razor sharp. Hold on, razor sharp, and like, but it's like way too like intense.
Like you definitely grew a little bit more of your nail just with that motion.
I think Winnie is walking over with Gable and witnesses this and like has that moment of, oh my God, this is my circus.
Meanwhile, all of this poking and posturing is going on, and Udazash is grabbing thirds.
Hell yeah.
Because first off, she can feel this guy coming because she's still got Hunter's Mark going on. And second off, words mean nothing. Who cares? If she wants to kill this guy, she'll try to kill this guy. Who cares what he says and what I say? There's a chicken here to eat.
It's
I'm
true,
gonna
that's
eat the chicken.
That's a whole roast chicken.
That's-
priorities,
Exactly.
babe.
I don't need to
Absolutely.
kill this guy until I need to kill him. At the moment I don't. He's coming over with Vinny. I have chicken. But then as he comes over with Winnie, I will make sure he's got a plate and at least a little bit of chicken.
When he just looks like moderately exasperated because it's the smarm. I think it's the smarm. Just like, you're kind of slimy. Ugh, gross.
He'll take a seat and he crosses one leg over the other. Pleasure to meet you all. I suppose now we can have an actual conversation instead of awkwardly staring across the bar from one another,
Friends,
as though this were a date.
friends. This is Gable.
Oh, we stopped doing the sneaking thing. Okay. And I'll drop the Hunter's Mark. I am Utuzash.
Pleasure.
Hello, my name is Marcus. Nice to meet you. You can just call me Marcus.
I don't know what else I would call you, but wonderful to meet you, Marcus.
Leopold or Leo. Pold doesn't really work, but if you really wanted to, I think that would be a comparable name if necessary. But Leopold is just fine, as well as Leo. Maybe L, but I think I want to workshop that.
Gable smirks.
Does
Pleasure
Lee
to meet
work?
you.
No,
You can work if you want.
no.
Pleasure to meet you, Leo. And he looks across at Shale
Oh dear.
Oh.
and he just says, Shale?
Oh, he says her name.
And she goes,
There's definitely a look.
Gable,
Oh, you already knew each other.
Ooh.
I hate to say this out loud, to you, oh illustrious DM, but the surface thoughts are still being seen.
Oh, juicy. Let's go.
you get, from a combination of the two of them, which, again, I hate to fixate, and I know the comedy bit it's been touched on, but the idea of you going,
Well, the minute he goes, Shale, I think we all went.
So I don't have to detect thoughts, but I'm still looking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No. Winnie's got that nosy little sister look on her face. Just
Oh, bat in those eyes like you're innocent. Oh no.
Leo, you pick up memories of a time a few months ago when Shale needed to get out of the city without anybody knowing. And Gable was the one that she went to. Now, Important note. Gable did not look like he does now. He had a different form, but the
I was
affiliation
saying I would have
is
seen
still
that
the same.
because the tech I would see through his eyes.
Well, I
technically.
just figured if you're
Yeah.
kind of going back and forth between the two of them.
No, I think he's. I mean, I don't think. I don't think he has the wherewithal to start being, Inspector Gadget
Got
like
it.
that.
Got it. Okay.
But I think he's like, oh, but yeah, maybe he'll pop up
Okay.
later. But,
All right, that's fair.
Gable, the fuck.
Hmm.
Okay, Gable.
Blink,
Shale
blink, blink,
looks and catches the blinks from Winnie. I'm sorry, do you have a question? Or are you just going to sit there and blink? Do you have something in your eye? Do you need something? Here, hold on. And she grabs a handkerchief and tries to,
Swat.
Hmm.
No, that was just that was a very particular tone is all. I feel like there's some history here. So like if we're getting everything out in the open, we might as fucking well.
There is some history here, but given that we are out in public right now, maybe not the best time to divulge. Okay?
You're so boring.
You want to go to the
Oh.
roof? Ain't no one up there. We can go up there. Have a whole conversation about this.
I don't know. Shale, will you throw him off the roof if we go up there?
If you do I have to catch him?
Are we, sorry, Winnie, just double checking. Are you asking about Gable or Marcus?
Yes.
Why am I catching strays? Gable's the problem.
Why is Gable the problem?
Yes, I don't know why I'm the problem.
I don't know why Gable's the problem, but there's tension here. Trust me,
Gable-
I know.
Gable just fully just kind of chuckles. Oh, I missed being with a party.
Okay.
We are a party.
Or something, all right.
We should think about going to the roof mostly because if we're about to share information, that information should not be shared here.
I agree.
Okay.
Shale is the first to sort of stand up as everybody kind of moves together, and as she does, she just like nudges Winnie's shoulder just a little bit. Boring. Not boring.
I said what I said.
Bitch.
Takes one to know one.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Grade school insults. I'm so proud of you. You're learning.
I know. That's about all you deserve.
Leo's gonna like help Udazash. Like I don't know if they just like put it all on the table, but like it's just like going through the coins to make sure that this is all paid for correctly. Not like saying that Uza doesn't know how to pay, but it's just going okay, that and that and that and that and that. And we got the stews. There's two, and then we got that. Your whole chicken. Ooh. Okay, add that gold.
Oh yeah,
Is-
no, we're taking the
is
chicken
Leo-
to go.
Is
Oh, yeah,
Leo
yeah,
an
yeah.
exact change kind of
Yes.
person?
Oh, and then Udazash leaves like generous tip. So,
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Just about
Absolutely.
to ask if
But
they tip in El Terrell. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's very much a making sure that everything is at least kosher before going from there because they count the register,
Mhm.
and grannies.
That's fair.
Udazash appreciates the math help. So absolutely. And then yes, anything that is more than a bite left over goes onto a plate to bring upstairs for snackies or into a bag for later.
Okay.
Where the bag comes from, don't ask.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Pocket bacon.
Pocket chicken.
Pocket chicken. Fanny pack chicken. You all make your way up to the roof. You, you see four. You
Jesus.
see 4 glasses with some sort of whiskey in them, like settled on the edge. But the roof is open. Gable will position himself the furthest from the exit, but will just sort of lean against the ledge.
Does it look like Shale's gonna push him off the ledge? Is she thinking about it?
You have a 20 insight?
Yep.
It's crossed her mind. But she She's composed.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I was just, like, if worse comes to worse, Winnie will like walk by her and just be, please don't.
No, I think we've drawn enough attention for one day.
Yes, please. Just I can't. If anything else happens today, I might just walk into the sea.
I would like to walk with you if that ends up being the case.
Okay, that's great. At least we're in agreement.
Gable looks at the glasses of whiskey. Charming. So, ask your questions.
Who are you selling information for?
Selling information from the Crescent Cloaks.
Mm-hmm. Fine, then who's buying?
I suppose I'm buying and or selling. I'm an information broker. So you give me something juicy, I give you something juicy.
Yeah, all right.
And then, depending on what it is you're asking about, then we can talk about money. But
Are you collecting because someone's looking, or are you collecting because you just want to know?
yes,
Got it. All right.
Cool. They're looking for someone named Halsin.
He's a druid from the Emerald Grove. I'm supposed to deliver a message to him. And also, when I find him, he might have information about some of the other stuff we are looking for, which can be information that we can talk to you about after this. And Udazash will very intentionally look at all of her friends, and you can tell that she is doing her best to stop herself from talking at that point and look back at the guy.
I do know where Halsin is.
Excellent.
300
This is
gold
the
pieces.
point in where you tell me where he is.
Okay.
300 gold pieces.
At this
Oof.
point, given the recent bear attacks in the city, sort of a wanted individual.
Well, are we settling as we go with information, or do we want to do all information back and forth, and settle at the end? Because I can tell you that once I talk to him, the bear attacks will stop. So if you're trying to keep the city from not being attacked by bears or bear, the single bear, I cannot stop all bear attacks. I can stop one bear attack from druid bear. That will happen.
He eyes you a little bit. We can settle at the end.
Okay.
That's fine. Full information exchange is fine. There is an old warehouse on the northeast side of the city. He's been kind of holding up there when he's not investigating on his own. It seems he's after some sort of cult that has found its way into the city.
And
in
at that point,
I was like,
What?
in the telepathic bond, I just think something just clicks within Leopold. He goes, he doesn't know about the cult.
oh, you watch as Udazash opens her mouth, and you say that, and she just stands there, her mouth wide open.
You're like a cat that smells something that's a little too intense.
And then she just looks over at everybody.
He just says it again. That's our information to be spent, not his to just have.
Mm-hmm.
Or your information, not mine. I don't really know. I'm just here.
No, absolutely. Thank you. Where's his accent going? Let's get back on base. So you had a warehouse here, somewhere around here, you said?
No, yes. Northeast side of the city. I can take you to it.
I can take you there.
In the mind space, I'm like, do we want him to come with us for this?
No.
No.
No, okay.
No.
No, but we
I'll-
should probably tell him about the cult and all the things that we know about, and like share information about all of that. And some of it will pay for what we know, and then we can find out what he knows and like all of the things.
He's,
okay.
he's gonna look at all of you and he's like, I got it. Now I understand what these awkward silences are for. Take your time.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around immediately with a big old charming smile and say, I would never dare to let someone who works for the city to put themselves in trouble or danger. You tell us what it is. We gonna take care of it ourselves. Don't you worry. Gold need to pass hands. We'll do it as necessary.
Oh, you're so sweet.
That's what
That
they tell
charm
me.
is quite handsome, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That is a non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable that you come with us.
I must ensure that you arrive there safely, after all.
So you've been waiting for people to come along to help you go after Halsin.
Yes.
Okay. Because
Have you come across a druid that can shapeshift into a large bear? They are quite difficult to wrangle.
I've come across large bears before, and they are very difficult. But only if you cross their hunting paths or get in their way, and disagreements can happen, and then you need very strong health potions. Okay, I'm just surprised you do not have other people that you can ask for help here. Do you not have other people in this Cloak of Crescents?
Well, there are some that we did work with once upon a time, but they have since cut ties with us. The Ember Blades mercenary crew that banded together when we were down below. Unfortunately, it seems that they've got their sights set on some game. And now, because of that, they've severed their connection to us for some reason or another. So,
Game like hunting or a game like party?
like hunting.
I very intentionally look over at Marcus and go, this is why the Feywild is better. People are very intentional with their words there.
And I look back, I'm like, are they? I thought like double talk was a whole thing about that.
Double
you
talk
have
is
to
kind
be-
of our bread and butter.
You have to be very intentional or else that happens. That exact thing happens because then somebody says game and one of you thinks it's party and other person thinks that it is hunting and then things go wrong. So you have to be intentional.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm sorry. But where were we talking about?
So, this Mr. Halsin individual is in a warehouse northeast part of town, and you want to come with for reasons that don't completely make sense, but you want to come with, and that's it. I'm just learning. I'm like the secretary. I'm just trying to get all the information.
Well, there's still the matter of 300 gold, which was
I also
previously
don't understand why it's 300 gold to be a good person.
Being a good person doesn't pay the rent.
But a raging druid bear could destroy the reason you need to pay rent, aka your house. So I would just think that you would want, if you had good intentions, you would want that handled sooner rather than later, not for payment, but for charity.
Make a persuasion check.
No.
Yeah.
No, the two want to die. No.
No.
No. Oh wait, no. I have luck points. I'm gonna re-roll that.
I was about to say, considering what we were doing earlier, I think it makes sense for Leopold not to be very persuasive on this.
I want you to know, when I edit that highlight, it's going to be just the nose, but I'm going to loop it like 3 times.
I was gonna say if you could like do it, like get like a famous song and have those no's like be like edited to meet those songs. Oh, that'd be so good.
Well, and to your point, Lauren, again, I noted that he's not deceptive, but he is persuasive. For a very specific reason. Because I think as he's talking, the disguise doesn't slip, but his demeanor slips. And I think there's a level of and there's a unnatural what's the word? Unpurposeful accidental, that's the word, accidental I don't want to say charm, but there's a level of like influence, psionic influence just seeping out of him. And his eyes like stare directly at this individual. I just think that if we're going to be on the same page, being friends, it would be useful to do this, not just to get coin. You can have coin, but if you need coin just to be a good person, then you're not a good person. And I'd rather good people be on the streets, not other people. And I know you said that you could handle. No.
What was your reroll?
18 on the die, making it a 26.
Oh,
Yes.
I would just like to clarify one thing. I said I was here to protect the city. I never said that I was a good person. But I suppose
100 gold.
stands.
I want you to get paid. I just don't want you to panhandle. Is that a word? Panhandle? Squeeze? No. What's robbery?
I think that the term is that you might be looking for, Leo, is shakedown.
Shakedown. Thank you. I'm still new to this stuff.
Mm.
Not these three. I like these four. Sorry, four. I like these individuals. If it was anyone else, I wouldn't care.
Oh, that's sweet.
Not as much.
If you are willing to agree on 100 gold, just so I'm still financially coming away with something, then
Just looks at the group, just like,
I suppose that can be agreed upon.
Look at the others, because I think I still technically have the party funds.
I think you do.
Yeah.
I'm 15
Uh,
gold less.
God damn it, I made myself party treasurer again. Fuck!
hey, I'm secretary and treasurer. We got this.
Fuck! God damn it!
Secretary of Defense. Let's go.
I keep doing this. God damn it, I hate it. Shit. And, yeah, Winnie will look to the others, and as long as everyone looks amenable.
Do you want it now?
I mean,
Well, that
It
would give
was-
us more incentive, because if you then try to leave after getting paid, that's thievery. And then I will
Exactly.
probably give you a brain aneurysm.
They probably could, actually.
I'm learning. I'm getting it now.
I
Would
mean,
you?
we did
can I-
we did
can I
get the
test?
information that we need. So if we give him the 100 gold and he leaves, that's his loss, right?
I mean, how many warehouses in Northeast could there be? Like, it could be like one, could be like 5. We figured it out eventually, us.
Yeah, no, would anybody who had been hanging around Baldur's Gate have heard about Halsin at the very least?
Yes, I will go
Okay.
ahead and give you that. He was a part of the heroes who went up to fight the
Yeah.
Elder Brain.
Yeah, no, so if memory serves, he's a big motherfucker and kind of hard to miss.
If he stays in his
I mean,
elven form. But
In his
also when
daddy
he's
form,
in bear
yes.
form, he's a big
What?
motherfucker and hard to miss. So
Yeah.
like, give
Oh
him
my
a
God.
form. Yeah.
What?
You're not
Halsin
wrong, but
is
Jesus,
daddy.
hey, you're not wrong.
Let me find somebody cosplaying Halsin. With consent, it's a wrap.
Mm. Who you telling?
All right. All I know is next time, if I can ever get out to the Midwest or East Coast and we go to a convention, I'll be like on the hunt. Like, okay, we got to find a Halsin cosplayer.
That's gonna be easy.
Fine.
at this point, it's gonna be a race between me and Omega.
Look, we'll do the Superman and Flash style. I'll put up a line. I'll put up a little starter gun, and I'll say, "Go!"
Go!
Oh,
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Who?
in the
Mhm.
telepathic bond, when this like moment happens and where we've all agreed to give him the 100 gold and everything, You hear the frantic voice of Udazash going, are we going to tell him about the cult, or are we going to ask him about the cult?
I'll tell him.
He might know things.
Mm-hmm. All right. Information for information.
Mhm.
Although I think what we have might be slightly juicier.
Hmm.
Did you hear about what happened in Baldur's Gate for High Harvest Tide?
Yes, there was an attack. Some citizenry. I suppose they were probably pissed that only half the city has been rebuilt.
See, that was what we initially thought. That was what it looked like at first. Until we saw the tattoos and the soul lantern that they carried.
Hmm. A rusted black iron looking thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are definitely in this city too.
Wonderful. I don't suppose you would know how many.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do.
Whatever this
Because
answer is,
whole
I'm inciting
good
him.
person. Was that
Whatever his answer is at this moment, I'm inciting it.
Oh, same.
100%?
Big fucking same.
The whole good person talk isn't sitting well with me, but we're just gonna play into it. Okay? I just want to make that clear.
Mm.
The 100 gold that you guys are paying me, you are just gonna have an open book because you seem like big dumb heroes, and I guess I'll help with that. So, I have personally known of 4 within the city. There are some who are going missing. It didn't take much for us to deduce that they are sorcerers or dragonborn. Anything that has this sort of blood connection to dragons. In our line of work, that only leads to one possible organization, the Cult of the Dragon.
Yeah. Well, they've made it out to Baldur's Gate.
Now, this is the part where I'm hoping that you'll be able to clarify a big burning question on our side. One of these things is bad. Many of these things sounds like a plan. And since you encountered one in Baldur's Gate and have ventured all the way over here, I'm curious if you have any insight as to what it is that they are plotting. Also, I'm tired of this. Sorry, this voice annoys me, and he gestures almost like he's unzipping, and you see a tabaxi form before you. A fluffy, gray and white-haired tabaxi with ice blue eyes, a very dapper-looking doublet, and a rapier at his side.
I love him.
Oh, you're the one I saw.
Oh, we've seen each other before.
No, someone's dead. They saw what's his name?
Oh.
I forgot his name already. It's something.
Alabaster?
No, the one who died.
Monty.
Monty.
Yes, how is Monty doing?
Dead?
Oh,
Why were you pretending to be someone else?
Some people know me, other people. I'm not in with a lot of circles in the city, so I tend to put on a face every so often. But with up here, I'm pretty sure we're relatively safe. So, do you know what it is that they're trying to do?
I will look at Marcus and Utazash and Leo and Shael.
I mean, Lauren's gonna say out of character. If you look at Udazash, she's just gonna start talking because you can tell that she wants to spill, and the only thing that is stopping her is her respect for y'all.
It's
Uh,
mostly Shael that Winnie's worried about.
Shale, the moment like Gable's form is revealed, you just see this like, but then he's a piece of shit, but he's trustworthy, believe it or not.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. Anyone who's not in the cult of the dragon is trustworthy because that's the thing. They're trying to free Tiamat from Avernus. And that's what they're doing. And they need the souls of people who have draconic blood in them because they're awesome. And so they
Well,
keep putting people in cages.
There's a ferocity there at the end that I caught. That's charming. Also, delightfully dangerous information. Right.
Well, it's dangerous only if you are one of the people who are trying to do the thing to free the Queen of Dragons in Avernus because we are trying to stop you. And I would like to think everybody on the material plane, and I know for a fact everybody on the Feywild wants to stop them. So I don't know why we would be cautious about giving that information, but we have been, and so I've been respecting that.
I think maybe on the off chance that the person you're talking to with that information is on the other side.
Well, that's why we shoot people who do that.
Well, sometimes you can't. Just
I don't
sometimes.
understand.
Well, you can shoot at someone. They might not actually be there, or they might be quick enough to catch it, or they might just. It might not go as well. So sometimes I think caution is.
I knew a fella who could throw them right back at you. Just saying.
I mean, yes, I do sometimes miss, but this is beyond the point.
Crying.
Anyway,
I do sometimes miss, I guess.
But this is beyond the point. Anyway, that is what they are doing. And so that is what we are trying to figure out because we know what they are trying to do, but not like where exactly they are or where they are bringing all of the souls that they are grabbing and how many they need.
I'm so
and
sorry. I hear
specifics.
Blippy in the background. Give me just a second. I'll be right back.
Oh, give them scratches for me. So that is fine. And when we were in the big, weird, cool tower of Alabaster, he had one of those things, and that is why he had to die.
Ah. Interesting. And he pulls out a piece of parchment. Alabaster confirmed member. And he folds it and whispers an arcane enchantment, and you watch the parchment disappear. We've been curious about that one for some time. There's a few others we've had our eye on as well. There's, I'm sure you've seen them about, the Bright Shield Order. There used to be the town guard and decided to take it upon themselves to try to sort of become the governing body, which none of us really believe, but they like to think that they are. But they are widespread and influential enough in the city that it has some of my people on edge, and we've had eyes on one of them. We've had eyes on one with the Stygian Pact, Alabaster, who you already met, although we thought their aims were to make use of the infernal engines that exist still somewhere within the city.
I think Alabaster might have been more concerned with the lantern itself than the souls inside.
Yeah, he said he wanted to learn infernal knowledge. Let's take it back 2 steps. You say hell engines? You have infernal engines here?
Well, yes, some of them were brought over when the city was brought back up from Avernus.
I remember them big rigs back in the Blood Wars, big nasty sons of bitches. You got the full engines, or do you have more of the more personal ones?
Personal ones. They're not in one piece, if that helps at all. They're trying to circumvent the need for soul coins to power the machinery.
I see. Okay. When this conversation over, Gable, I'd like to ask you for a personal bit of information that you may know. You got that?
Sure.
Okay. But until then, so we're talking about a mess of cultists, a warehouse northeast,
Oh,
a bunch of everything
all right.
else.
Let's all cards on the table. I know where Halsin is, and I was thinking about going with you so I could tell him to not maul you. I've been safekeeping him.
Oh. All right. Well, if it's necessary for you to go with us so we don't get mauled, like, that's another thing entirely.
Yes, I was sort of trying to feel you out to see if you were big dumb heroes, and it seems that you are.
Okay.
So,
Right. All right.
Well, that is appreciated, but he would not maul us because I come with a message from someone very important.
we, full transparency, Halsin isn't in the best of places right now.
Well, the bear house sounds like it's a pretty bad place to be for a bear.
Zash, I think he means mentally.
I'm going to wait until our dear Leopold joins. There he is. Yes, Halsin isn't in the best of mindsets. Just a quick recap for Leopold. Yes, I was, in truth, hoping to come with you to Halsin to make sure he doesn't maul you, because I've been keeping him safe. That's the main reason I was wanting to go with. But Halsin isn't in the best places mentally, because apparently the love of his life decided to go into Avernus with 2 other companions to go on a big fiend-hunting trip instead of stay with him. So he's
So
a
they
little
are
heartbroken.
not dead. They are on a different plane of existence. Okay, everybody in the place where he was kept saying that they were gone, that they were not on this plane.
Oh, yes,
See-
quite literally.
Yeah, well, literally, you would think literally, but people around here do not be literal when they are being metaphorical.
Gable, you say then that they someplace in hell. Do you know what plane, what place in all the hells they went to?
I believe it was Avernus.
The first.
Which is concerning. I believe. I don't know. I wasn't quite buddy with
I'm
his.
sorry,
the love of his
Halsin
life.
is in Avernus? No, he's in.
No, I'm sorry. The love of Halsin's life, I guess, decided to go on a little trip to Avernus with 2 of his traveling companions.
Who's this?
Someone of a nobody, really. Somebody named Tav.
I mean, if it's the love of Halsin's life, then they must be important, but
I suppose.
I wonder
They
why
went
he
with,
didn't go with them.
They went with what was his name? Haha, I'm so good at dueling. I have a weird eye. The Blade of Frontiers, that's what it was. Along with
Is this the son of the Duke?
Will
oh,
Raven.
that's tea.
Is it right? Yes. Isn't the Blade of Frontiers the son of the Duke of? That's what my mother said, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I heard. There was a whole to do about it, but yeah.
Okay.
Try to make business connection with son.
Crying.
Yes. That would have been Will Ravengard. Oh, Will Ravengard. Interesting.
But Gable.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Tav will, and
Shot in the
Carlac.
dark. Carlac. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, okay. I don't know these names, but sure, we will
Uh,
find
another.
them.
Basically, there were so many heroes in Baldur's Gate who fought against the Elder Brain. These are names of those who were involved with felling the Absolute. So, yes, I apologize for the
Oh, okay. So
fanboying over here.
they. Okay.
So
Interesting.
is Halsin trying to join them in Avernus?
Apparently not. He heard rumor of more disturbances coming from this beloved city, which is only ever hanging on by some sort of thread, and decided that instead of just sitting in his grove to be sad, that he would put his talents to some sort of use. He mentioned something about restoring one land. Why couldn't he restore another?
Okay.
Well, I imagine. All right. Zash, you need to talk to Halsin.
Mhm.
Gable, we need to know more about who else is working for this cult.
Of course.
And if Halsin is doing his own information, he might know more too.
Mm-hmm.
A meeting of the minds, if you will.
I'll chat
All
with
right.
him. I'll deliver my message, and then we can go off and do other things.
If you like, I can set up a meeting, or we can go right now. I take it you've had a long day with with the mage hunting and whatnot. So if you need time, we can meet tomorrow morning and head in that direction.
I was going to suggest perhaps we get some rest first.
All right. Well, I'll meet you at the bakery. Let's say 2 bells after dawn.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Delightful. Well, big dumb heroes. It's wonderful to do business with you.
I don't know if that's.
I am not a hero.
You know, I think we do need a group name. I kind of like the name Big Dumb Heroes. It's ironic, but still it's got a lot of heart, you know?
Okay. All right.
I'm still new here, so I don't have a say, and also I don't really know you all that well, and I don't know what's going to happen after this. So
I think you have a say, but you are new here, and I don't know if we need a group name, but I will think on it.
You, Marcus, was it?
That's
you
right.
said you had something you wanted to speak of as well.
Yeah, perhaps when everyone else out of earshot, I just want to ask you a very personal question.
what is with? Nope.
All right, fine.
Nope.
Since we're being honest, putting cards on the table.
Just nope. I don't know this man. I don't know. What
I don't know this man.
I'm not
Wait,
with
are
you.
we leaving or are we staying? Now I'm very confused.
Well, okay, so here's what I'm going to do, because I know we got a lot of time to rest, and oh, people know I got a long contract. I got to look over me. So let's just do this. I want to know how El Terrell got out of hell. I want to know explicitly. I want to know all the details, and you don't got to tell me now. You don't got to tell me in front of them. Whatever. I just want to know, for me and mine, for other people.
I can have that looked into. Absolutely. It might take me a little bit of time, but I'll gather the information and provide it to you when it's sound.
I think that sounds mighty fine to me.
Delightful.
Until then, I'm gonna go take the rest of this whiskey and look over a contract. So I'll see you all later.
Shale says as you're leaving, have fun.
Do you want to read it with me? You look like the kind that's got 2 good eyes better than me.
You know, that does sound like a good idea, but I'd prefer that you read the shit that you got yourself into first, and then we can talk about it later.
That sounds wonderful, Shay. I'll tell you what, when I'm done reading it, I'll read it for you nice and slow over the fire. You and Winnie both, everyone else entitled to come along. How's that sound?
Delightful.
Good, good. Might even make you dinner. Until then, everyone, bonjour. And I'm gonna start walking off, and then you're gonna hear the thunk as the cork comes out of the bottle, and I'm just right from the neck pulling it.
As he walks away, Leopold just looks at the others. What's this contract? Sorry, I think I've missed a lot.
Oh, you might have technically been unconscious at the time.
Hmm.
Just quick point of order. You're standing near an information broker. I can go if
You
you.
might, Gable, get out.
Okay, right.
Thank
And
you.
he gestures again, and the copper-haired half-elf appears. Pleasure doing business.
Mm.
It was nice to meet you.
Get some good rest. I'll see you in the morning. And he and Shale share one more look before he smirks, shakes his head, and then goes down the stairs.
I guess I'm learning that Granny wants me to um not be afraid to make friends, but
Hmm.
also I don't know the friends I'm making yet. So I don't know really what to expect here. And
Mhm.
there's a contract. I guess I'm lost.
No, from what we can tell,
Uh-huh.
when the mage died, it's his body was still semi-animated, and it tried to overtake Marcus. And he called out, and someone answered.
Oh, ooh, okay. That sounds. It has a benefactor. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We like benefactors. Is
No.
this a nice benefactor?
No, decidedly not.
Oh.
Leopold,
Hmm.
if you want Marcus to be your friend, you should ask him. He told me all about it. We came back up here, and you'll watch as Udazash will point at the drinks that are on the side of the wall. And we talked all about it. And if you ask, I'm sure he'll tell you too. That's kind of how you make friends, because you don't know if you want to be friends with someone until you learn all about them. And so you gotta ask.
Okay. It just seemed like this was a secret because he wanted us originally to not hear it or something. So I don't really know what to ask, but it's
Well,
askable.
sometimes people don't want to talk about things because it's not the right time, or it's not the right place,
Mhm.
or they don't want to be friends with you. But it's always worth an ask.
Okay. I don't want to pry. I guess it just sounds like it's a big thing. So I guess I just wanted to know if that was like a thing I needed to be prepared for. Still new to all this?
No,
Well, if
that
it helps, you are totally correct about all of that. And if you need practice in making friends, you can ask me anything you want.
Okay.
Hmm.
I will remember that. Mhm.
that is right. If you want to know more, I would talk to Marcus directly.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. So guess go to bed. Are you all sleeping at Granny's or do you have rooms? I think you have rooms.
I've got somewhere I can stay.
Okay. Well, this was a good supper. Thank you. And tomorrow we meet at what did he say? Two bells after another bell rings and One more bell after
Two.
that.
2 bells after dawn, darling.
Okay, got it. 2 bells after dawn. I don't know how many bells. Okay. Then we will meet. Then I will prepare breakfast pastries.
Ooh.
I'm going to convince her to put out some of the mini quiches tomorrow.
What's a quiche?
I don't know. I just know that it's fluffy and it has like egg.
Ooh.
Are you allergic to egg?
I don't think so. We'll find out tomorrow.
Okay. It is nice. I think it is savory, quite filling. But
Excellent.
okay. Then, well, it was nice eating with everyone, and I will head back to Granny's.
Good night, Leopold.
Good night.
As Leopold starts to walk down, I'm going to turn to Winifred. Are you not staying with us with Granny?
I think I'm gonna stay at the temple.
Okay. If you are comfortable there, I'm glad everything went well with the thing.
No, they've all found their rest.
Good. Are you okay? I know you were angry before. I am sorry if I made you angry.
Zash, I understand why you did what you did, why you shot as quickly as you did. And you're right, I don't think Alabaster was a good person. But as we move forward, we can't always just shoot. And I know you're good at this. You're a brilliant hunter and a brilliant archer. But that fight almost got Leo killed. And it's a fight we might have been able to avoid.
I don't think we could have avoided that. Or at the very least, I could not have avoided that. There are many fights I can avoid. There are many fights that I do not care to participate in, but he was not going to let those beings go, and they were in a cage. And I will not abide that. V came into his house, and he had no regard for the safety of anyone in his house. And he was cavorting with devils. And then he knew there were beings in cages. He knew. And he was okay with it. And that is one thing I will never abide. I will never let that happen. I would rather die than let that happen to me or anyone. And so if you had to leave, that would be fine. I would not have been upset if you or Leopold or Marcus or Shale or anyone else had left, because that is not a thing that any of you need to concern yourself over. You could have taken the money and left, but as soon as that was a thing that he was okay with, I could not leave. That left a pit in my stomach the size of the universe. Beings should not be locked away from the beauty of the universe. Do you understand?
Considering how long I was locked away for, yes.
Good. I am sorry I did not explain that better. And like I said, in the future, if you leave before that happens again, I will never be upset. But I will never not fight when that happens.
Could I at least request like a high sign of some sort, just so I know it's coming?
For you, always.
Okay.
I will make it very, very clear before the shooting starts.
Now, it has been a very long day, and I think we all need some rest.
I will see you in the morning.
Yes, you will.
Thank you.
For what?
For understanding.
I'll do my best.
That's all I could ever ask for. And Urdazash turns and walks away, almost skipping, like everything's fine.
Shale was still up on the roof with Winnie. She doesn't say anything, but she just walks up next to you and puts her arm around you and just holds you close.
And when he gives a big old sniff and turns and holds on to Shale, she starts to cry.
I think that is a good spot to end tonight's episode. I love you guys so much. Okay. Before we wrap up the stream and get a raid set, we want to reintroduce our beloved party one more time. So, let them know where we can find you and where we can support you.
I'm sorry, I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that because you're supposed to go follow Laura because they're amazing, and that's what you're supposed to do. But if you want to see Laura's biggest fan, hi, I'm Lauren Urban, she, her, and you can find me at lauren-urban.com.
Yep. Rinse and repeat. Omega, Crit Bard. Find me at Crit Bard. Also go follow these two wonderful ladies because that was very, 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 very powerful. And just in case you forget, literally tomorrow is the beginning of Women's History Month. So follow these two gorgeous girlies. That's me.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. I promise I can just cry on command. We're fine.
Me last time we played. I get it.
Great. Yeah, no, you can find all the other stuff that I'm doing and all the other times that I've ugly cried on the internet at lauratutu.com. All of the things, stuff and things and more stuff and more things. Thanks.
Hey everyone, I'm PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. Yeah, everything I'm doing, you'll find it there. All the socials. So hopefully you can tune in and get some good news. I'm looking forward to it as well. Talk to you then.
I'm Cujo. I've been your chronicler for this evening. You can find me all over the internet as either Cujo Plays Games or Critic Chronicles for official show announcements, highlights. You get the idea. Also, yes, I'm a bandwagoner. Seriously, go and follow Lauren and Laura, because holy shit. That was some very powerful moment there. But when you're not watching this, you can catch me on Wednesday nights over at Nerd Immersion playing some Fandelver and Below. We are getting closer and closer to our finale with that adventure, but the campaign doesn't end there, thankfully. Where you can see more Gable. Yes, Gable is my PC for the Fandelver and Below game. I had to. I love him. And Otherwise, you can catch us here on every Thursday with Tales of the Valiant, sponsored by Kobold Press. But in the meantime, we're going to get a raid set up for Smoking Glue Guns, who is also playing some D&D. We love supporting some Smoking Glue Guns and some D&D. So we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Be nice to each other. Take care of one another, please. And we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.